He knocked there every Saturday with grass stains on his jeans. Asked if $20 could help him chase a dream. Since losing Mary last fall, I'd let the whole place go. So I pointed toward the mower and said, son, take it slow. The boy who mowed my yard never knew he saved my life. He only cut the grass and sat with me sometimes. He talked about his future, I talked about my past. He thought he earned $20. I was learning how to last. The boy who mowed my yard, he wanted to study nursing. His daddy called it weak. I told him caring for the hurting takes more strength than people think. He brought his college letter and read it on my steps. I hugged him like the grandson Mary and I never had. The boy who mowed my yard never knew he saved my life. He only cut the grass and sat with me sometimes. He talked about his future, I talked about my past. He thought he earned $20. I was learning how to last. The boy who mowed my yard. 4 years later, dressed in white, he stopped before his shift. Said, you helped me choose this life. I said, son, you gave me mine. The boy who mowed my yard now helps the sick get well. He learned to hold a hurting hand, and I learned how to tell the truth about my sorrow and let somebody in. He thought he came to cut the grass, but he taught me how to live. He thought he came to cut the grass, but he taught me how to live. The doctor spoke in numbers we barely understood. You reached beneath the table and held me like you could.
We stopped asking forever, we stopped measuring the years, started calling every morning a little victory here.
We count the good days, the ones the pain stays low, the days we walk together past the mailbox and back home. A laugh across the breakfast, a night of sleeping straight. We don't count what illness took, we count the good days.
Some days you cannot finish the supper on your plate.
Some days you wear that blue dress and make the whole room change. We count the good days,
the ones the pain stays low,
the days we walk together past the mailbox and back home. A laugh across the breakfast, a night of sleeping straight. We don't count what illness took, we count the good days. I cannot fight this for you,
you cannot take my fear,
but we can keep on choosing
to be fully present here.
We count the good days
and bless the harder ones
for teaching us how precious and ordinary our becomes. Your hand inside my fingers, the evening growing late. We don't count what illness took, we count the love that stayed. We count the love that stayed. The judge had finished speaking, the boy could hardly stand. 19 years and one bad night were shaking in his hands. He turned to face my family, but could not meet my eyes. I asked the guard for one brief word before they led him by. My husband left for night work and never reached his shift. That boy had mixed his drinking with a borrowed set of keys. I could have given anger and no one would have blamed, but hatred would not raise my love or change that young man's name. I told him live better than the night that brought us here. Don't make my husband's ending the only thing you do with all your years. You must carry what has happened, you must face what you have done, but live a life that honors the life your choices took from us. I told him live better. 12 years later at Christmas, a letter reached my door. Beside a photograph of two young children on the floor. He wrote, I kept your words through every season I endured. I work with boys who drink and drive, so fewer mothers hurt. Forgiveness did not clear him or pretend the wrong was small. It only kept that one dark night from taking two lives after all. I told him live better. Now he teaches what it costs. He cannot bring my husband back, but he can keep another from being lost. I still carry what has happened, but anger does not own the years that remain before me, or the good that he has grown. I told him live better. He could not change that night, but he could live better. He came in wearing trouble and a jacket much too thin. Asked if I had worked for him. I almost sent him on. The town had named him guilty before he turned 18, but I saw my younger self in every bruise I'd seen. I handed him the shop key, said lock up when you're done. He held it like a second chance. He'd never been given one. A man can change direction when somebody lets him be. More than every bad mistake, I handed him the shop key. He showed up every morning before I raised the door. Learned to tune an engine and sweep an honest floor. He paid back what he'd taken. He called his mother more, and slowly stopped believing what the whole town thought before. I handed him the shop key, said lock up when you're done. He held it like a second chance. He'd never been given one. A man can change direction when somebody lets him be. More than every bad mistake, I handed him the shop key. Last spring I stopped working and gave the place to him. Yesterday I watched him hire a scared and angry kid. He handed him the shop key, said lock up when you're done. That boy held it like a future he had never counted on. Kindness keeps on moving through the hands that choose to see. More than every bad mistake inside a simple shop key. More than every bad mistake inside a simple shop key. Mama's room went silent. I opened up the drawer. Her wedding ring was wrapped inside the handkerchief she wore. The note said for my oldest, so I slipped it on that day, while my sister packed the medicine and folded clothes away. I had called on Sunday evenings. She had stayed through every night, and the gold upon my finger suddenly did not feel right. The ring belonged to her, not by paper, not by name. She gave Mama every midnight, while I lived 3 towns away. I wore gold upon my finger. She had carried all the weight. The ring belonged to her, so I gave it back that day. She said, Mama chose you for it. I said, Mama couldn't see how much love you gave in silence while I lived conveniently. Then I placed it in her palm and watched the years come down. 2 sisters who had lost each other finally turned around. The ring belonged to her, not by paper, not by name. She gave Mama every midnight, while I lived 3 towns away. I wore gold upon my finger. She had carried all the weight. The ring belonged to her, so I gave it back that day. Some treasures are inherited, some are earned through what we do, and sometimes saying I was wrong is how love starts anew. The ring belongs to her, now it shines upon her hand, and I finally see the sacrifice I failed to understand. We cannot change the distance or recover every day, but the ring brought back my sister when I gave my pride away. The ring brought back my sister when I gave my pride away. I left school at 12 to work beside my dad. Could count a week of wages, but reading came too hard. I hid the mail from people, signed papers with the mark, till she laid out the alphabet each evening after dark. The first word was her name, written slowly on a page. little letter, like a man escaping shame. She smiled across the lamplights while tears filled up my face. Of all the words she taught me, the first word was her name. She never made me foolish, never rushed my hand. She waited through each sentence till I learned to understand. On our 50th wedding, I stood before our friends and read the note I wrote her, from beginning to the end. The first word was her name, written slowly on a page. I traced each little letter like a man escaping shame. She smiled across the lamplight while tears filled up my face. Of all the words she taught me, the first word was her name. Some men learn from school books, some learn from loss and pain. I learned because one patient heart believed I could still change. The first word was her name. Now I read it every day on letters tied with ribbon that the years can't take away. She gave me more than language. She gave my pride some grace. Of all the words I carry, the first word was her name. Of all the words I carry, the first word was her name. Years of payments were stamped across that page. Double shifts and mended shoes in every kind of weight. She brought the coffee can, I brought the final note. We stood beneath the evening and watched that paper smoke. The night we burned the mortgage, we laughed like we were young. No band and no champagne, just two tired hearts undone. Every extra owned our place. The roof still needed fixing, the truck still coughed and shook, but nobody could claim the little life we built. She leaned against my shoulder, said we finally made it through. I said I'd owe the whole world if I hadn't paid it off with you. The night we burned the mortgage, we laughed like we were young. No band and no champagne, just two tired hearts undone. Every extra hour, every bill we barely paid, rose above that coffee can. The night we owned our place. Freedom wasn't riches or a number in the bank. It was standing there beside her with no one left to thank. The night we burned the mortgage, we danced across the grass, not because the years were easy, but because we made them last. Every extra hour, every sacrifice we made, turned to smoke above our heads. The night we owned our place. We watched that paper disappear. The night we owned our place. I left school at 16 when my little girl was born. Worked the rooms at Miller's Hotel from midnight until 4. I kept a book beside the cart and studied on each braid. One lesson at a time was all a tired mind could take. I wore my work shoes to graduation, the only pair I owned. They had crossed 1,000 hallways while the whole town slept at home. No silver heels or polished shine, just every mark of dedication. I wore my work shoes to graduation, and my daughter called my name. She sat there in the front row with my mother by her side when they placed that folded paper in these hands that used to hide. I saw every night of studying, every floor that I had cleaned, and the girl who left school early finally finished what she dreamed. I wore my work shoes to graduation, the only pair I owned. home. No silver heels or polished shine, just every mark of dedication. I wore my work shoes to graduation, and my daughter called my name. She said, "Mama, you have taught me more than any classroom could. A hard beginning doesn't mean the ending can't be good." I wore my work shoes to graduation and held that diploma high, not to prove the years were easy, but to prove I still could try. Those warm soles carried both of us through every obligation. I wore my work shoes to graduation and walked out standing tall. I walked in tired and walked out proud. The shelf I hung crooked still leans a little left, but every time I see it, I remember I did it myself. I loved him all my lifetime, and I miss him even yet. But the shelf I hung crooked was the day I took one step. A box of books sat waiting for 3 months by the wall. Jim had always fixed the little things before I had to call. Then one quiet Tuesday morning, I found his old tool case, put the drill against the plaster, and tried to hear what he would say. The first screw missed the timber, the second split the paint. I nearly called my neighbor, then decided I could wait. I moved it half an inch and held the level to the board. It wasn't straight or beautiful, but it would hold for sure. The shelf I hung crooked still leans a little left, but every time I see it, I remember I did it myself. I loved him all my lifetime, and I miss him even yet. But the shelf I hung crooked was the day I took one step. I placed his favorite novels there, and our picture in between, then stood across the room and saw more than a crooked thing. Now I fix a dripping faucet and change the porch bulb too, not the way that Jim would do it, but I somehow make it through. Loving him had taught me patience. Losing him taught something else. A woman can be grieving and still learn to trust herself. The shelf I hung crooked still leans a little left. I could straighten it tomorrow, but I think I'll leave it yet. It holds the life we shared and the woman I became. The shelf I hung crooked proved I could begin again. It is not straight or perfect, but neither am I. And it holds
The rent was due on Monday. The lights were due by 5. 2 lunches on the counter. 1 more week to survive. I pinned my hair up tighter, wipe the worry from my face, kissed 2 sleeping foreheads, and went to earn our place. Monday kept coming, but so did I, with 2 little reasons to stand up and try. I cried where they couldn't hear me, then washed my face and went. Monday kept coming, and I met it again. The factory line was noisy. My hands went numb by noon. 2 crooked hearts in crayon were taped inside my room. My youngest asked one evening, "Mama, are we poor?" I said, "We may be tired, but we still have something more." Monday kept coming, but so did I, with 2 little reasons to stand up and try. I cried where they couldn't hear me, then washed my face and went. Monday kept coming, and I met it again. I wasn't made of iron, I broke more than they knew, but love can keep a woman moving when her strength is nearly through. Monday kept coming, but so did I. Now those 2 little reasons stand grown by my side. I cried where they couldn't hear me, but I never stopped the fight. Monday kept coming, and so did I. Monday kept coming, and so did I.
They pinned it to my jacket while the whole town cheered. I smiled for every picture and swallowed every fear. Mama called me brave, the mayor shook my hand. No one saw me checking doors or sleeping where I sat. The medal stayed in the drawer beside the keys and change. Folks said I came home safely, but home did not feel the same. I didn't need another speech or a flag outside my door. I needed someone beside me while the medal stayed in the drawer. Rain against the rooftop could send me back again. My wife would leave the hallway light and never ask me when. She never called me broken, never told me to be strong. She sat there through the silence till the worst of it was gone. The medal stayed in the drawer beside the keys and change. Folks said I came home safely, but home did not feel the same. I didn't need another speech or a flag outside my door. I needed someone beside me while the medal stayed in the drawer. I finally told my brother why I still checked every room. He didn't offer answers, he just stayed till afternoon. That was when I understood what courage might be for. Not hiding from the hurting like that medal in the drawer. The medal stays in the drawer, but I don't hide there anymore. Bravery was asking help and opening up the door. I still wake some nights afraid, but I know what healing's for. I'm more than what I carry, and the medal in the drawer. I'm more than what I carried, and Eddie called me from the hospital, said time was running short, then laughed and said don't make my leaving one more door you close. He said take my boy to baseball, call my mama every week, and don't spend all your mornings missing what you cannot keep. I started living for us both when he ran out of time, kept the promises he trusted to these two hands of mine. I don't carry him like sorrow, I carry him like hope. He left me one more reason to keep this heart open. I started living for us both. I sat beside his mother every Sunday afternoon, took his son to every ball game like he asked me to. The boy grew tall and steady with his father's crooked grin, and every time he crossed that plate I felt my old friend win. I started living for us both when he ran out of time, kept the promises he trusted to these two hands of mine. I don't carry him like sorrow, I carry him like hope. He left me one more reason to keep this heart open. I started living for us both. Grief can close a man or teach him how to give. I could spend my years in mourning or honor him and live. I started living for us both and let the daylight in. Told his stories to his grandchild so they would know of him. I still miss him every season, but the missing does not own the life he placed before me when he could not carry on. I started living for us both. I still live my life for both of us.
The doctor spoke in whispers, but I heard every word.
The light would lead me slowly,
and darkness would be learned.
I drove us home in silence,
then held you through the night,
and promised I would tell you
everything's still touched by light. You name the morning for me, the gold along the east, the steam above the teacup, the robin in the leaves. When my eyes could not hold daylight, your voice became my view. You named the morning for me, and I kept seeing through you.
I told you when the maples
turn yellow into red,
I learned your face by touching
the lines the years had left. You named the morning for me, the gold along the east, the steam above the teacup, the robin in the leaves. When my eyes could not hold daylight, your voice became my view. You named the morning for me, and I kept seeing through you.
I lost the shape of distance,
But never lost your hand.
but never lost your hand.
Love found another language and taught us how to stand. You named the morning for me, the rain against the glass, the color of my Sunday dress, the shadows moving past. When my eyes could not hold daylight, your voice stayed warm and true. You named the morning for me, and I kept seeing through you. I still see the morning every time I speak to you. They tear the old tractor and numbered every chair. Strangers walked the hallway like we had never lived there. I kept Dad's pocket knife. He carried every day. It was the only piece of home they couldn't take away. When the auctioneer said sold, 40 years went with the word. Our name came off the gate like a prayer nobody heard. Mama turned her face. I tried not to lose the red barn vanish in the mirror as we left. Dad had raised it board by board with every breath he had. The land was never easy, but it taught us how to stand. You can lose the ground beneath you and still not lose the man. When the auctioneer said sold, 40 years went with the word. Our name came off the gate like a prayer nobody heard. Mama turned her face. I tried not to lose control. A whole life changed hands when the auctioneer said sold. I still carry that soil in the cracks across my hands. A farm may leave your name, but it never leaves the man. When the auctioneer said so, 40 years went with the word. Our name came off the gate, but the love stayed undisturbed. We drove away with nothing that a stranger's hand could hold. They bought the land that morning, but they never bought our soul. They bought the land, but they never bought our soul.
I was 17 that winter, with a baby in my arms. Signed her to a safer future while the courthouse heater hummed. I kept her little bracelet in a box beneath my bed, and spent 40 years believing she would hate me when we met. She came with my eyes and no anger in her voice. Said I came to know the woman who had to make that choice. She didn't call me mama, she just reached across the space. She came with my eyes and kindness on her face. She showed me 2 young children and the life that she had made. Said her parents spoke with honor of the woman who gave her away. Then she asked about her father. I answered what I knew, and for the first time I believed she had grown up loved and true. She came with my eyes, no anger in her voice. Said I came to know the woman just reached across the space. She came with my eyes and kindness on her face. Forgiveness wasn't spoken, it was there in how she stayed, till the coffee cooled between us and the daylight slipped away. She came with my eyes and her daughter by the hand, said we didn't come for blame, we only came to understand. Then that little girl smiled at me with the same familiar face. She came with my eyes and left me with her grace. She came with my eyes and kindness on her face.
I pack the wedding dishes, you wrap the picture frames.
We found the children's height marks
and read each faded name.
The moving truck was waiting by the maple near the drive.
I stood inside the empty rooms and heard our whole old life. We took the years with us, though we left the rooms behind. The birthdays and the hard days, the love that changed our lives.
A house can hold the echoes,
but it cannot make them stay. We closed the door behind us and took the years away. The new place felt much smaller, one bedroom and a view.
but every box we opened made the walls belong to you.
We took the years with us, though we left the rooms behind. The birthdays and the hard days, the love that changed our lives.
A house can hold the echoes,
but it cannot make them stay. We closed the door behind us and took the years away.
we left the marks above the doorway,
but kept the hands that made them grow.
the walls were never what we loved.
They only watched it show. We took the years with us,
Every laughter, every tear,
the children may live far away, but all their love is here.
a house can hold a lifetime,
Till another chapter starts. We left the rooms behind us, but carried every heart. We left the rooms behind us, but took the years with us.
You came home at sunrise as I tied my working shoes.
We shared 10 quiet minutes before the day took you.
I left a note beside your lunch
with 2 words underneath:
don't forget I love you.
Though we hardly got to meet,
we loved between the shifts in 10-minute goodbyes, and coffee left for morning, and kisses half asleep at night.
we missed 1,000 evenings, but never missed the truth.
Love built us a lifetime from the minutes we could choose. I heard about your hard days from notes beside the sink.
You fixed what I had broken before I woke to think.
We loved between the shifts in 10-minute goodbyes, and coffee left for morning, and kisses half asleep at night.
We missed 1,000 evenings, but never missed the truth.
Love built us a lifetime from the minutes we could choose. Now the children have their own lives,
and the clocks don't rule us so,
but I still leave you little notes where only you will know. We loved between the shifts when time was hard to find.
Never had enough together, but we gave the best we had.
We missed
1,000 evenings, but never missed the truth.
Love built us a lifetime from the minutes we could choose. From the minutes we could choose. My granddaughter was 2 years old when the doctor made it clear she would know the world much differently from the way that I could hear. Her mother signed the word for milk, then showed me how to say I love you with 3 simple signs I practiced every day. When my hands learned to listen, she had so much she could say. Every question, every story had been waiting on the way. She was never without language. I was only standing still when my hands learned to listen. I began to know her world. At first my fingers stumbled and my face forgot its part. She would laugh and gently guide me, then we'd try again from start. The morning she signed Grandma from across the crowded room. No spoken word had ever reached my heart the way that moved say. Every question, every story had been waiting on the way. She was never without language. I was only standing still when my hands learned to listen. I began to know her world. Love is more than speaking in the ways you've always known. Sometimes love must learn a language it has never used before. Now my hands have learned to listen, and her stories fill the air. She tells me what she dreamed of. I tell her I'll be there. She was never waiting, voiceless. She was waiting to be known. When my hands learned to listen, we were never far apart. She signed, I love you, and I answered from my heart. The pawn shop neared its closing when an old man stepped inside. He placed a worn gold wedding band beside a bottle of pills. He said, my wife needs medicine, and this is all I own. The clerk began to wait like the years were only gold. I bought his wedding ring back before they named the price. Some promises grow heavier the longer they survive. He said, sir, I cannot pay you. I said, there's nothing owed. I bought his wedding ring back before their years were sold. He slipped it on his finger, but his hands began to shake. Said she put this there at 20, and it's never left its place. Then he folded up the receipt and held it to his chest like a man who almost traded the one thing time had blessed. I bought his wedding ring back before they named the price. Some promises grow heavier the longer they survive. He said, sir, I cannot pay you. I said, there's nothing owed. just rich enough that evening to send one promise home. I bought his wedding ring back and watched him walk away with 47 years of love still shining in its place. The clerk saw only metal, but I knew what it could hold. I bought his wedding ring back before their years were sold. Some things are worth much more than what they weigh in gold. A number on his shirt, a bruise beneath his eye. My boy looked 20 years older when he sat on the other side. He said, "Dad, I failed you." I said, "What you did was wrong, but I didn't drive 6 hours to stop calling you my son." I still called him son, through the steel and the glass, not to pardon what he'd done, not to bury the past. I said, "Pay what you owe, then become someone new. The worst thing you have done ain't the whole of you." I still called him son. He finished his diploma, learned a carpenter's trade, sent me one short letter for every month he stayed. The final one said, "Daddy, I'm scared to walk outside." I met him at the gate and stood right by his side. I still called him son, through the steel and the glass, not to pardon what he'd done, not to bury the past. I said, "Pay what you owe, then become someone new. The worst thing you have done ain't the whole of you." I still call him son. Love is not pretending that the wrong was never there. It is telling someone truth and refusing to disappear. I still call him son. Now he works an honest day. He carries what he did, but it does not lead his way. He paid what he owed and became someone new. The worst thing he had done was never all I knew. I still call him son. The worst thing he had done was never all I knew. Danny knew every train by the whistle and the time. Knew which one carried coal and which crossed the county line. Folks said he was different, he just saw what others missed. Every Saturday at 4, we stood watching from the bridge. Danny knew every train, every number, every name. He could hear 1 mile away and tell you when it came. They said I gave up freedom when I promised I would stay, but my brother gave me more than I could ever give away. Danny knew every train. When Mama left us suddenly, he asked me, who comes now? I said, I'm right here, brother. We'll keep going somehow. Years later, when my marriage broke, I sat too hurt to speak. Danny checked his pocket watch, then sat down next to me. Danny knew every train, every number, every name. He could hear 1 mile away and tell you when it came. They said I gave up freedom when I promised I would stay, but my brother gave me more than I could ever give away. Danny knew every train. He said the 410 still comes even when the morning's bad. That was all the wisdom my tired heart needed then. Danny knows every train. Now his hair is turning gray. We still stand beside that crossing every Saturday. They said I gave up freedom, but I never felt that way. I have walked beside a faithful heart for most of all my days. Danny knows every train. The 410 still comes, and Danny knows its name. She stood outside my doorway with both hands in her coat. Said, I don't expect forgiveness, I just thought you ought to know. It's been 3 years since drinking made a liar of my word. I'm learning how to listen without asking to be heard. She came 3 years sober, I came 20 years afraid. She didn't ask me to erase the choices she had made. We sat there through the evening with no easy words to say. She came 3 years sober, and I asked her in to stay. She remembered missing birthdays and the place she never saw. She said, I know that being sorry doesn't change the child you were. I told her, trust comes slowly, and I cannot promise when. She nodded like a woman who had learned not to pretend. She came 3 years sober. I came 20 years afraid. She didn't ask me to erase the choices she had made. We sat there through the evening with no easy words to say. She came 3 years sober, and I asked her in to stay. Forgiveness isn't forgetting or handing back the past. It's opening one small doorway and seeing if the change can last. She came 3 years sober. Now it's 7 years today. She still earns every Sunday the place she wants to stay. We cannot have my childhood, but we have the time ahead. She came 3 years sober and became my mother again. Not all at once, but day by day.
Dad drew the hole in pencil on the wall beside the door. Said measure twice before you cut, and take your time once more. We shaved the ribs together till his hands began to slow. Then March came without warning, and the work was left alone. The half-finished boat sat quiet in the shed. Every board still carried something he had said. Years later, with my own boy, we set it on the floor. I finished what he started, but I couldn't finish missing him. My son held up the hammer the way I once held mine. Asked why Grandpa stopped there at that crooked pencil line. I said he ran out of mornings, but he left enough to do. Then I heard my father's patience in the questions coming through. The half finish missing him. 3 generations touched it, though only 2 stood there. Some men leave more behind them than the years allow them to share. The half-finished boat now moves steady and slow. My boy sits where his grandpa had always planned to go. We finished what he started, where the water runs below. But I still feel him with us in the half-finished boat. I finished what he started, but I never finished missing him.
At 19 I was hungry, 3 weeks behind on rent. Mr. Bell wrote 400 and said, take this before you're spent. I promised I would pay him when my feet were on the ground. He said, son, just keep on working, don't let trouble turn you down. The check he never cashed bought more than 1 hard month. It taught me kindness isn't something you repay just once. He wrote, pass it on across the back, and mailed it home at last. That lesson kept on living in the check he never cashed. Years later, 1 young worker came shaking to my door. His baby needed medicine he couldn't cover anymore. I reached into my desk where that old check still lay, then wrote the same amount and used the words he gave. The check he never cashed bought more than 1 hard month. It taught me kindness isn't something you repay just once. He wrote, pass it on across the back, and mailed it home at last. That lesson kept on living in the check he never cashed. Some debts are paid with money, some are paid by what you do. When mercy reaches down to you, you help the next one through. The check he never cashed has crossed 1,000 miles, through rent, through food, through medicine, through frightened father's eyes. No bank could count its value, no ledger held its past. A good man kept on giving through the check he never cashed. A good man kept on giving through the check he never cashed. He backed into the mailbox, then laughed like he was fine. Asked me where my mother was, she'd been gone 5 years' time. His hands once held the wheel, steady through the snow.
Now they shook above the dashboard and forgot which way to go. The day I took his keys, he looked so small to me. The hands that taught me how to drive were trembling at his knees. I said, Dad, let me take you. He said, son, please let me be. We both lost something sacred the day I took his keys. Now I drive him every Thursday to the feed store down the lane. He tells the same old stories and I listen just the same. Sometimes he calls me brother, sometimes he knows my name. But when an old song finds him, I can see my dad again. The day I took his keys, he looked so small to me. The hands that taught me how to drive were trembling at his knees. I said, Dad, let me take you. He said, son, please let me be. We both lost something sacred the day I took his keys. Someday he may forget me before I'm ready to, but I will still remember the man who taught me what to do. The day I took his keys, I thought I took his pride. Now I know I only changed who sat on either side. He once carried me through childhood, now he leans a little on me. Love changed seats between us the day I took his keys. Love changed seats between us the day I took his keys. She came 6 weeks early, in the middle of the night. The nurse said she is breathing. I held on to those words tight. Her mother slept from worry. I stood beside the glass, counting every little rise and praying it would last. 3 pounds, 2 ounces, all my world behind the glass. Too small to fill the blanket, strong enough to hold me fast. One more breath, one more morning, one more chance to see her through. 3 pounds, 2 ounces, taught me what love could do. The day we took her home, her dress swallowed her whole. I drove 10 miles under with both hands in control. I checked her every minute till the morning turned to blue. That tiny chest kept rising and mine started breathing too. 3 pounds, 2 ounces, all my world behind the glass. Too small to fill the blanket, strong enough to hold me fast. One more breath, one more morning, one more chance to see her through. 3 pounds, 2 ounces, taught me what love could do. Now she outruns her brothers and sings louder than the choir. The smallest light I ever saw became our brightest fire. 3 pounds, 2 ounces, now she's running through the yard. The child we feared might leave us came home stronger than our hearts. Every breath became a blessing, every day became brand new. 3 pounds, 2 ounces. what love could do. 3 pounds, 2 ounces taught me what love could do. My lawyer said you have a right to fight for every room. Then I saw the children's height marks by the doorway to their room. I had filled that house with arguing and made their mother cry. So I took the deed before me and drew one steady line. I signed my half away, not because I didn't care. The children needed one place, and their mama needed fair. I had taken enough peace from the place where they would stay, so the first right thing I gave them was the half I signed away. I moved into one small bedroom above a hardware store, sent the payment every Friday, and showed up like before. I sat through games and birthdays, never asked them to decide which parent they should stand with or whose stories sounded right. I signed my half away, not because I didn't care. The children needed one place, and their mama needed fair. I had taken enough peace from the place where they would stay, so the first right thing I gave them was the half I signed away. A signature can't mend a vow or change the man I've been, but I could quit defending wrong and start making right again. I signed my half away and laid my old pride down. Years later, both our children still come when I'm around. I lost a house and marriage, but found a better way to love them without owning what I signed my half away. The first right thing I gave them was the half I signed away. At 4:10, the timber cracked and took away the light. Tommy reached across the dark and found my hand that night. Dust was in our mouths, the radio was dead. He said, "Keep talking, brother, Don't let sleep get in your head. We counted each other's breaths when the tunnel lost its light. One for his little daughter, one for my waiting wife. No sermon in the darkness, just I'm here between the rest, till the rescue found us living. We counted each other's breaths. He told me about Christmas and the bicycle he bought. I told him about the garden my wife had always wanted. The ground kept moving softly, but neither let hope leave. Too frightened and kept living by reminding one to breathe. We counted each other's breaths when the tunnel lost its light. One for his little daughter, one for my waiting wife. No sermon in the darkness, just I'm here between the rest, till the rescue found us living. We counted each other's breaths when daylight broke above us. They carried Tommy first. He turned and raised 2 fingers like he knew what they were worth. We counted each other's breaths till the morning knew our names. 2 families stood there crying when we stepped out of that place. No medal and no glory could explain what courage meant. We kept each other living, counting every breath. We kept each other living, counting every breath. Lena came to class one winter in a sweater worn too thin. She always said she wasn't hungry when the lunch bell called us in. I kept crackers in my desk and found a coat her size. I never asked her any questions, I just left it by her chair. She worked harder than the others, though she rarely spoke aloud. The day she earned her scholarship, she finally made me proud. She hugged me by the doorway, said, I know what you once did, then left that little schoolhouse with the courage of a kid. She still calls me Miss Ann, though she's the one in charge now. There's a school key in her pocket and silver in her hair. She built a room of winter coats and food for children there. She still calls me Miss Ann, but she became the answer to my prayer. She brought me back last April for the school's 100th year, then opened up a quiet room with shelves from floor to ceiling, shoes and coats and lunch cards waited there without a name, so no child had to carry what once made her feel ashamed. I thought I gave one coat away and something small to eat. I never knew that kindness would grow hands and walk in feet. She still calls me Miss Ann, though the whole town knows her name. She gives without announcing who receives or who should thank. Now every frightened child she helps will help another when they can. That old blue coat keeps traveling, and she still calls me Miss Ann. That old blue coat keeps traveling, she still calls me Miss Ann.
She stayed past midnight when everybody else went home. The room was full of flowers and words meant to be kind. Folks said I would get through it, then left me there behind. She gathered up the glasses, turned the hallway light down low, never asked me to be stronger, never told me to let go. She stayed past midnight when the flowers lost their glow, when the good words had been spoken and everybody else went home. She didn't try to fix me, she just sat and held my hand. Sometimes love is simply staying when no answer understands. I cried until the morning, she never looked away. We talked about the weather when grief was hard to name. Years later, when she needed a heart beside her own, I pulled my chair up closer and made sure she wasn't alone. She stayed past midnight, when the flowers lost their glow, when the good words had been spoken and everybody else went home. She didn't try to fix me, she just sat and held my hand. Sometimes love is simply staying when no answer understands. We never made a promise, we never had to say. Two women learned that friendship is love that chooses to stay. She stayed past midnight, when everybody else went home. And years later I stayed with her, so she would not stand alone. We never tried to fix it, we just helped each other stand. Sometimes love is simply staying and quietly holding hands. She stayed past midnight, and I stayed when her night came.
I sold the first ticket on a Friday in July. You worked the little candy stand with ribbons in your hair.
I watched you through the doorway more than I watched the show. By the time the credits ended, I already had to know.
You walked me home that evening,
Still wearing your red vest.
said someday I'll own that place.
I laughed and said, do your best.
We bought it 20 years later, with savings in a jar. Raised two children in the balcony beneath those painted stars. When the marquee went dark, the whole street lost a light.
40 years of Saturday crowds went quiet in one night.
But every kiss in the back row, every dream that found its spark,
Still lives inside our story. When the marquee went dark,
the final picture ended to 12 old friends and us.
we swept the floor together like we always had done.
When the marquee went dark, the whole street lost a light.
40 years of Saturday crowds went quiet in one night.
But every kiss in the back row, every dream that found its spark,
Still lives inside our story. When the marquee went dark,
we locked the doors at midnight.
you slipped your hand in mine.
The building held the pictures, but we carried home the time
when the marquee went dark.
I thought we lost our place.
Then you smiled beneath the letters
As they faded
from the frame.
The screen may stay empty,
The old projector may not start,
but
our love kept on playing when the marquee